Again, just wanted to do a quick follow-up video. Still on my way to work on a terrible Tuesday. Sometimes I just want to do a video that doesn't have any substance. Just a shout out, something light, easy, nothing important to say in particular. And then other times I do want to have something specific to say. So this one is just going to be short, sweet, not really any point to it, but I just wanted to draw attention to all the chaos in the world that we've seen in 2016 and about how it affects you. Now, I try not to let it affect me, and in reality, it really doesn't, I do my best to exert some emotional control, some control over my emotions when I, hear or see or read about political shenanigans, another terrorist attack, more fake news. I think, if you have any amount of critical thinking skills, you can pretty much determine where the fake news is coming from. NBC, MSNBC, basically any news outlet that's owned by Rupert Murdoch and company is going to be fake news. InfoWars, Alex Jones, West Coast Alternative Media, Breitbart, there's a few others that are on the tip of my tongue I just can't think of right now. Those people bring you real news. Paul Joseph Watson, he's another one. He brings you real news. Now, all these people get accused of bringing us fake news, and somehow we're supposed to believe it's dangerous. Well, you know what? The real fake news, the news media that you listen to every day when you turn on the TV, that's the dangerous stuff. And you know why it's dangerous? It's dangerous because it's very subtle. In fact, it's getting less and less subtle. The propaganda is pretty much blatant and in your face, but we're bombarded with it on a daily basis. And for most people, their idea of what constitutes news is what's churned out by the fake news media, Rupert Murdoch and company. I have to watch myself at times too. When I'm reading a story on Yahoo, for example, and I start going, oh, really? Did that happen? And what are these people thinking? And I get caught up in the story, and I sometimes have to put the brakes on that, check myself, ask myself, number one, is this story important? Does it have any bearing on my life? Or is there anything about this story that would shape an opinion that I hold or change an opinion? Well, if the answer is no, then I have to move on. If the answer is yes, well, then I have to dig deeper into the story. Find out if I'm really understanding what's going on, cross-reference it. I love it when I'm commenting on a story and I'll put an opinion out there and somebody takes it as, me putting a fact out there, and I have to come back and say, no, that's just my opinion. Or if I'll put something that I've heard out there, or maybe it is a fact, and I put it out there and people come back with, oh, cite your source. Well, I do like citing my sources, actually. I will ask other people to cite their sources. But the thing about doing that is that when people ask you to cite your source, they're not always being genuine about it. What they want you to do is put something out there that they can grab and say, see, you've got a hold of fake news. Your sources are no good, therefore your opinion is no good, and you shouldn't have an opinion. And that's the gist of that attitude. Well, you know what I say to that shit? Fuck you. Fuck that shit. I do my best to find credible sources, and when I do find credible sources, I'll point that out. If I don't have a source or don't have a credible source, I'll point that out too. Now, another thing I have to watch for, because I hope this person stops. There we go. The thing I have to watch out for is making sure I don't do the same thing. All right, time to get breakfast. Catch you guys on the flip side.